Hi guys, and welcome into another of my XLR interconnect cables review. This time on my review table we have original AudioQuest Yukon XLR interconnect. I got it a few years ago for my system with Stax SR-007 headphones, which are electrostatic headphones, and they are highly transparent. And I was looking for the best XLR cable possible because the headphones were uncovering all of the bad things, all of the errors and all of the problems with the cables in the system. So I got the most expensive cable I was able to afford at that time, and Yukon is from AudioQuest River series. It's not the top end, I think it's not the top end cable in that series, but it was quite expensive. I paid something like $400 for the new brand in the box cable. The used cables right now are going roughly for something like $250 for 1 meter cable. I haven't seen the fakes circulating on the market. I was looking for them. I was checking if I'll be able to buy fake to compare to original, but I wasn't able to find any for an unknown reason. Okay, so this cable is thinner than AudioQuest Water that I've reviewed recently. It's also a little bit more friendly when it comes to, as you can see, bending the cable. So it'll fit the tight spaces behind your equipment better. The cable doesn't have DBS system. No Yukon series cable had DBS. However, it also has silver-plated connectors, and as you can see, these are also getting dark here and there because they are oxidizing. I love the build quality on the plugs. I love the color, I love the paint coating, they look splendid with this mirror-like finish. However, there are fingerprint magnets, as you can see, so I always feel like I should have some kind of cloth nearby to polish them. So, having told you about all of the unimportant things, let's move to the sound quality of the cable, to the sound changes that it brings to the table. As I've said, for quite a long time it was a reference cable in my electrostatic system. I couldn't afford anything better, but it was, and it still is, a very good cable that's surpassed only by the more expensive AudioQuest cables. So, starting from the bottom, starting from the base, I'll be telling you about the sound qualities of the cable, and sometimes I'll refer to the review that I've made on the AudioQuest Water, because they are sometimes related. So, starting with the bass. It has a little bit less amount of bass compared to Water, but the bass it's here. The bass is here, and it's very detailed and it's very precise. When I've been using this cable, I've never felt that I'm missing anything from the bass. Just when I got Water, when I've compared them head to head, I've realized that the Water had a little bit better bass. But this one has a great bass on its own, and it's I can't actually find anything negative about the bass. It's detailed, it's fast, and it's precise, and it's well textured. And compared to the cheaper cables, to the cheaper Mogami and Canara interconnects that I was building myself in home, or compared to some QED, for example Aurora cables, the bass and the rest of the spectrum here is more detailed. The next part, the mids. The mids are very natural. I was going to say sweet sounding, but that's not the right word. They are natural, Sweet would mean that the cable brings something to the table that's not present in the music, but the mids here are very natural and very lifelike sounding. The treble and the detail. The cable is very open and it has very extended highs. I would say that probably the highs here are a little bit more extended than on AudioQuest Water, that there's just a tiny bit more of airiness and openness. When I was comparing them head to head, I was switching them over and over, and that's the impression I got from the changes and from taking notes. But this is a very slight difference, very slight difference that I was able to notice on just a few of my test tracks. So it seems like it's a little bit open in the treble region than water, but just a teeny bit more treble there. The detail level, very high detail level, very open, very transparent, very airy cable with precision in positioning of the instruments, of the singers, of all of the sound sources in your soundstage. So very holographic, very nice sound, almost on par with water. Water just was just a little bit better in this regard using my electrostat speaker systems. So very highly recommended for the detail, for the transparency, for the speed, and for the airiness and openness of the sound. These are all qualities that you would expect from a cable at that price range. In my ventures, when I was trying other cables, there were two cables that were better than Yukon that I've heard. One was AudioQuest Water, the original cable, and the other one was AudioQuest William E. Low signature cable so far. The thing that I wanted to say is that these cables were better, but at the same time they were way more expensive. Like, for example, water would be 5 to 10% better in all regards if I would have to put a number on that, but the price for the cable was something like 3 times more expensive. So that was the reason why I've been using this cable as a reference cable for a long time in my system. Because in order to go higher, I would need to shell the quite big amount of money, in my opinion, unreasonable big amount of money, because the money that I would have to pay for original water would be enough to buy me another amplifier or a good quality digital to analog converter, etc. So there's a border when my madness ends, and there's a financial border that I'm trying not to cross buying expensive cables. All in all, this AudioQuest Yukon cable is something I can recommend to you all because of the sound quality and maybe not the reasonable price, but okay price. Yes, I would prefer it to be cheaper, but yes, it brings a lot of good things to the table, and it was hard to replace it with something better. Okay, I've probably forgot about many different things, so ask me in the comments. In my AudioQuest Water review, I've wanted to make you notice the thing that the cable fits precisely inside of the plug, and it's the same here. And though the cable is thinner, the plug fits very well, which means that this is not the same plug as in case of water. The diameter here is smaller than for water. And the point I'm trying to make here is that the fake cables are usually using the same type of fake connector, which always has the same diameter on the outside. So it means that if the cable is thicker, then there is no opening here. But if the cable is thinner, then the opening here is visible, and that's one of the ways to suspect a cable of being fake. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's very hard to review the cables all alone, one cable at a time. It's way easier to do the reviews when you are comparing different cables, because you can then scale the differences and you can assign some points. It's easier to spot the differences and the scale of the difference. When reviewing the one cable, it's not so easy, so I was using my notes from the cable shootout. When I finish my XLR cable reviews, I'll post another video with a table with results with points for each cable, so you'll be able to easily compare all of these cables. It's basically almost done. It was done, but then I thought I'll order some fake AudioQuest Dragon XLR just to finish off the series. And now the Dragon is hiding in that mess over there. Let's focus there. And it's burning in. It's preparing for the review, and it's being prepared to be compared with my original AudioQuest cables and with my fake AudioQuest William Elo signature cable. So, have a great day, enjoy the weather, and stay tuned for more videos. Hope you like them.